At the start of every day, I try really hard to ask God for just the strength and the wisdom and opportunity to be present with people and to be what people need me to be.
She is just the epitome of strength. I mean, I couldn't have went through what she went through, and
Eddie's strength is in her grace and in her ability to see joy in the little things. I didn't have to do a lot to help Eddie. Eddie had it always all in her, and it was truly just a humbling privilege to be part of her life in some small way.
In 2017, in the fall, we were preparing for my husband to deploy. And I said, I really should get this done because for the next year, I'm not going to have time to focus on myself, so I need to get it done before he leaves. And I found a grape-sized mass on the left side underneath my armpit. So I called my doctor, and she's like, yeah, let's come in and take a look at it. I went and got a mammogram. They did the ultrasound. They said it looked suspicious, so I went back a few days later. They did some biopsies. I just had this gut feeling at that point, like something's not right. I got the positive diagnosis, and it was just kind of like, okay, what now? Like, where do we go from here? What's the next step? How do we start this? So the first time I met Jen was my very first chemo treatment, and up walks this beautiful woman with this huge smile, and you could just tell she had the biggest heart. And we hadn't even started talking yet, and she instantly made me feel better already.
All they truly have to remember that first day is that they're never a bother, and that if something isn't working, there's always something we can do to fix it. Our job, I believe, is just to meet them where they're at.
I had this cheerleader, this personal cheerleader with me every step of the way, every single day. She had this huge smile on her face, just helping me out and holding my hand along the way and just giving me all the advice and the confidence and the courage to keep going.
My role as a navigator is provide the other education, whether that's reinforcing the education they've already received and or giving them new information that they need to be able to continue on this journey of their cancer.
I love what I do. I love being a part of patients' lives and grateful that they allow us to do that and let us in.
People don't just have cancer. Everything else they have in their life is magnified. Any of the other problems or issues that they face. And that's where our role can be powerful in helping them with maybe some of that backstory. But that backstory is an important part of who they are and their ability to get here and their ability to focus their energy on getting through their treatments and living well beyond that.
So we also have support groups that meet monthly, and there are a multitude of them, which I think can be really helpful for patients.
The caregiver support group, it is wonderful. Spouses will go and listen to other spouses, and I've actually had some of the wives tell me, I've gone to coffee with so-and-so, and it's just very rewarding for them because they can talk to somebody and just really just like hear them out.
As a social worker, I do look at my role as a problem solver. Patients have such a variety of needs and problems, and to utilize all those resources that we have and that are out in the community as well, to see what can we do to help some of these patients.
When people in the beginning think they don't have a next, for a long time they struggle with that. And then when it comes to the point where they realize, I have next, as awesome and hopeful as that is, it can be daunting and scary. How do I keep putting one foot in front of the other? And so by just letting them know they still don't have to do it alone, and that we can help them through each piece still, again, moving forward, that they can have the confidence to do that, but also the hope that they can go enjoy it.
If I hadn't had Jen, it would have been completely different. She answered so many questions, and she was there, and she was just so positive. If I hadn't had her, I would have been so much more stressed. And sorry, I don't know if I would have done it. Like, it would have been hard to be so positive without having her be there and be my cheerleader. And I think without that fundraising, without people like Jen, it can make the difference between having a great positive outcome and having something that's not so great.
She was just there all the time, and wonderful. We love her.
A simple act of kindness or an encouraging word, a hug, just saying I'll be here. I don't have to say anything because I may not know the right thing to say, but I'm willing to sit here with you, and I'm willing to help you have confidence that you can see the other side of the moon again.
Like having somebody be your personal guide to cancer. I mean, she walked her through from the very beginning to the very end.
Having people that donate money for programs like this, it's huge because I think it can be the difference between saving a life and not. So thank you, because if it weren't for them, if it weren't for the donors, you know, this program wouldn't be here. So.